Hey, glad here. So, people in the NHS subreddit is trying to make maps, and some ask how, so I just made this video. Uh, let's start. So, first off, you need to download this program called Paint.net. It's in the internet, it's free. After you've downloaded it, open it, you'll come down, you'll, will come in a screen that's just blank white. Just like this, but it's not square. I created a new file, so you create new, then here click new here, then set your canvas size. I've already set mine to 2000 by 2000. Next is the original nation you want. You so now here's the part where you do your nation, right? So if you're just getting a what do I call this in English? A map of a nation that already exists in fiction, then just grab it, then paste it here, trace it, but you create a new layer, then you trace it, paste it in the background, then trace it. But if you're trying to make a original nation, one you built from the ground up, then maybe this tutorial is for you. So before you trace, you want to get you want to scale your nation if you want it to be scaled. So I'll try uploading the file, then put it in the description. So this one is the line map, the base map for the game, for the thing. So yeah, just copy and paste it. So it takes time. My PC is Asian, so it just died. You copy that, paste it in the new layer, keep the canvas. So the Far East is where people usually place their OC nation. So let's get this. So it's the Far East. Here is Philades, Rodinius, Kalamik, Fen, Gahara, and Awan. Then the rest of the third civilization countries. I prefer using this as as the way to scale it in the new world. So slap it down. Then here you start then you start creating the line for your nation. So let's get the general outline first of what you want to look like. I'm going to use red so it's very visible. Then I'll change my brush width to 10, set the hardness to 100. Then you start creating your nation. So while doing this, let me give you some tips. So people tend to create those that has boundaries, like if their canvas just stop, uh, the the coastline just kind of stop there, it goes like that. So try to avoid that as much as possible. Then there's also the uneven look that like you do this just like that, it looks so uneven. So try to avoid that. I generally avoid that when creating maps because it doesn't look normal. Forgive me for my bad English. So let's get a general outline here. So let me think first. So you want to get as random in your coastline as possible. Okay, when you create your fictional country, you don't really need to consider plate tectonics, something like that, because magic. Then let's say you finish creating the outline, then you go to really tracing it, really creating your map. So I changed my brush width to 2, then I set again to black. So then you want to randomize your coastline again. Alright, so now we finish. So then, oh, so I forgot to trace something. There, now it's done. Then you click that off. Now you have the trace for a fictional country. You can add some lakes to it. Some lakes as decorations. Just put it randomly, put it near the ocean or the sea. There, it looks good now. Then you can add some islands to it. Scatter some islands around it. So let's say this was original land border. This here, there, and there. Those are original land borders. So we don't we want to avoid putting islands there, but we are free to do what we want here. So just spam some islands, but make sure it won't hit Rhodinius continent here. So let's say that's good. Then what you want to do is right click, you remove the background so that it becomes PNG. Double click that, then click X, then fill the sea, then fill the lakes. There. Now that you got to shape it, just save it. But before you save that, I forgot. You need the line file of your map. Save as PNG. Click OK. Flatten. Then Control C so that it goes back again. Then enable this. Then save as PNG T2. Flatten it again. So now that we're pretty much done in Paint.net, you can save it or not, but I prefer to save it in case I need it in the future. So then go to Photoshop. I typically use Photoshop, but I know you can use GIMP too. I think it's free, if I remember. This Photoshop is an ancient version, CS3 to be specific. It's the one installed in my computer when I got it. And I'm using this for convenience. It's very RAM light. So then, now that we're in Photoshop, get your custom nation, your T1 and T2, open it both. There, so then let's move it in the primary file here. Close this. Seems like it's too small, so expand the canvas size. I'll go with 3000 by 3000. So it's a problem with my background. Filter there. Then align the two. Make them align. There, that's aligned, I think. Here, that's aligned. So now, put it in the folder. Then let's grab this one is essential. So part 2 is the folder. The other one is, so it's killing my PC since this thing is Asian. So let me get a new layer. Fill it with paint. So there. Now this thing is 12K. Then get your group, put it there. Now it's ready. So I forgot again where to put it, so I think it's here. Here, let's say that's your fictional nation. Since you got the line file, you can just duplicate it. I prefer duplicating it. Then you can just color the line file. So for tips to make it easier, just let's put it in a group again. First you want disable everything. So then you get this line file here. Get this line file. Then fill the C. Fill the C with white color, so it's more visible. There, it feels better. Then you use control click that image. Select inverse. Then in the new layer you go, you fill it with any color, doesn't really matter. There, now it's filled. So you really need that. And let's again duplicate this there for clarity. Wait, so the upper part didn't fill. Just easily fill it again. Oh, so there's a problem. So I think I forgot to wait. So yeah, so typically I leave a space there because of the original file, I think. Set to 1. So I think you may have to manually do that. Fill the line. Then fill it there. Apologize, I forgot. So now you can just new layer, then create clipping mask. There you could color it pretty much any color you want. I did it so you can color the islands. You don't have to manually fill them, but you can just again duplicate this, then get your color, then just fill it. But you can just fill it for the islands. So let's say the maybe I'll upload the map later. No, wrong layer. So there, it's just for coloring the islands that you think. It depends really. Let's say you change the HME territory. Got say they now have this island which they didn't have in the OG, in the original. So you start coloring them. It's very easy. I forgot to set the hardness to 100. There. Say the HM is just very huge. So they got those. Then move. Typically use dark blue. Go to this file here. Then here. Color the islands. Alright, so there seems to be a problem. What's the problem with this? Okay, what's the problem with this? Just fill it there. Oh, I think the problem is here. There we go. So you can really do what you want here. Just color everything you want. But let's focus on our fictional nation. I just showed how to do it. So then you open it. There we got our fictional nation. Let's disable this first. There. Right click this. Inverse Control Shift I. Then new layer. Use it to fill whatever color you want. Let's get gray. Gray for here. Seems like a mistake. Since it's a square, you can just easily delete it. There. There we go. Got it. So I guess that's it. So if you want to make a complete map, so let's start coloring the other nations. Okay, so let's say those are the relevant countries in your story. Then just go color, pretty much go color everything that we deem insignificant, light gray, so that like the original. Let's say they just that for some unknown reason they don't matter. There. So let's say those are the main nations. Then let's go back to our nation. Then you of course start putting name on it. There's already names, I forgot to put them again. So you go back to the folder here. Then use a pen tool. So let's say this nation here is changed. I prefer using Times New Roman for country names. So let's say So let's say here's our fictional nation, and we're almost done. So all you need to do is enable this again so it looks much clearer. I just have no idea why it's like that. So then there, then you enable it, the background again. Just grab a C color, like in the maps. There, then you can just start naming the other countries again. There, we're done. So we made a custom map. There, all you need to do is click File, or so it's grayed out, Save As, then go to PNG, and here then. So here's the save file. There, just save it. Wait for it to save. Then there, you made your map. Congratulations. So I'm in the video here.